Good evening, everyone. So, imagine yourself as a SOC analyst. It's midnight at 2 a.m., and your screen is flooded with 10,000 alerts from 50 different tools. Most of them are noises, but somewhere in that sea, a single sophisticated attacker is moving laterally towards your database. But you are exhausted and you miss it. So, this is an alert fatigue, and it's the topmost reason why major breaches happen. Today, we are introducing a project that is agentic AI for SOCs, that is Security Operations Center, named as CyberSaviour. It is our first prototype that transforms the exhausting task of security monitoring into an immersive multi-agent mission. We don't just detect threats, we turn them into high-stakes missions. So currently, the SOC analysts are overwhelmed with around 3.5 million requests or alerts in a day. Analysts burn out in less than 2 years, and 70% of alerts are false positive. So the issue isn't just detecting threats, it is that the people handling them are exhausted. So we have designed this platform for this. Now, Survey will walk through you through the pipeline and agents of this project.
So basically, we have an AI pipeline in which there are multiple agents. In these multiple agents, you can think of them as a corporate office. In this, every agent has a different job, and every agent communicate between each other. So there are, you can think of it like multiple SOC engineers. To gamify this, we introduced a reward system, uh, and it is fun for any SOC engineer to monitor those security threats, as well as with CybORG, which is a research paper, which is a state-of-the-art research paper. We simulated three live data sources. In those live data sources, one is the real data source in which your own network is monitored. Now, next, in this, we have used Rust. Since Iris is collaborating, we made sure that our memory management is such that we can deploy our backend server on any edge device, and yeah. So we use SCAPI for real-time network monitoring, and also we have added a database in the backend so that we can get previous attacks also. And also prompts are such that it tells the SOC engineer that what is the problem, and any normal person can learn from this, how attacks happens and everything. So our architecture pipeline is such that we have a log agent which will capture all the logs coming from all three data sources, and it will segregate those. Then we have a correlation agent which will see what logs are what, and if those logs are dependent or not. And then we have a threat agent. This threat agent sees whether this log is actually a threat or not. If it is not a threat, then it will send it to the memory layer. If it is not, it will still send it to the memory layer, but also it will send it to the decision layer. Decision layer will extract some of the previous threads which were flagged as no threats, and analyze all those things and make a concise response and give it to the human so that he can verify. If and also it The decision layer also determines if it is a threat or not. We are considering that decision layer is more accurate than a human. So if a human takes it as a yes, that yes, it is a threat, then he gets more XP points. If no, then his XP points is reduced, and then again a loop goes explaining the human chatting with the decision layer that why it is a threat, why it is not a threat. Then both of them comes on a conclusion that yes, if it is a threat or not. Then an action layer, whether the IP or anything should be blocked or what action should be taken, again suggested by our agent. And then the whole report of what the threat was and everything, so that uh, a basic SOC engineer can analyze it. This all things goes to the front end, and similarly everything else. Now Athar will continue.
So I'll walk through the demo of our project. So basically, this is the dashboard of our project. Basically, now I'll on the simulate button so that it can capture the live feed. Yeah, so that I on the live server so that the network can capture now that my mission is unlocked. So we have added the gamification scenarios in it. So I have clicked the claim reward. And as you can see here, the threat activity and the heat map is also being loaded. So basically, we have given a timer of 1 to 2 hours so that after each hour, the tracking and the monitoring of the logs will happen and the heat map will be updated. This is our threat topology. Basically, what is the secure gateway? Like from an IP, you get to the VPN gateway, then through the hubs. This is a secure channel. This is also telling you the same, that is the active attack vector, that how you can prevent using firewalls and web servers. You don't get access directly through the auth server. So basically, this is our squad status. As we are told about the different agents and layer, this is here. So coming to the missions. So these are so as I on the live server, a mission came. So I will engage in this mission, and as you can see that in the initial access, I found that there was a attack in our progression. And so there are basically 5 layers in this: discovery, lateral movement, containment, and recovery. So as early as you identify the attack, it is good to the company. So if I advance phase, so it will advance to me all the phases. And if I click complete mission, so now you can see that my XP is increased. So that basically every time you clear a mission, you get the XP points. Coming to the investigation, so basically according to that thread, a generated summary will be given. What is the attack chain visualization? All the nodes pointing the various pods and the VPN gateway. Similarly, this is our event timeline, and this is the evidence and logs for that. Coming to the squad, so this is our agents, what we describe how each agent is working layer by layer. And these are the responses of our AI, like processing complete, like decision layer is priority the critical, then the action is blocked, then there is the human intervention is required to stop it. And similarly, the log agent has detected my the incoming IP. Coming to the response center, so these are the approvals pending from your CISO or SOC analyst to work on. Coming to the intel, these are basically the trophies we have chosen, and we have 3 campaigns here: the common, rare, epic, and legendary. This will be further explained by Adam. So this is our the next vertical, that is CybORG simulation. So basically, it simulates red versus blue cyber scenarios. So currently, if I select any like the hard scenario, and then you can simulate the steps. Basically, in how many steps do you want? So basically, the more number of steps, the higher XP you will get. So if I run this scenario, so see you got this XP is according to the number of steps you select. So here the model has given me all the responses like the XP earned, what is the incident created, all the network mappings. Coming to the forensic lab, so basically here are the PCAP files data. So basically you can search or select any file or data and analyze. So the model is currently analyzing, and here is the response. Like, what is the vulnerability detected in this path? What are the number of packets that has flown from one network to another, and so on? How many XP you earned? And the last is the system status. That is my agents. What is the health status of my agents? What all are online or offline? And this is what we have recently, that there are total alerts. What are the active missions? What are the forensic runs? And now Anna will continue with the further details.
So yeah, let's now come to the results and metrics. So what we have built? We have built 22 plus APIs, 8 AI stages, 13 UI pages, and 19 CVEs integrated. And most importantly, a fully working real-time pipeline. And this is how engagement is engineered. XP is calculated based on action type, threat priority, repeat offenders, and we have also built rank progression, achievements tied to real events, so that analysis are not just working, they are progressing and improving continuously. We support 3 types of intelligence: live SOC logs, simulated attacks, forensic PCAP analysis, and all of them feeding into one unified pipeline. So the system is flexible, extensible, and real-world ready. To bring the business point of view, this solves a massive gap in the market. Existing tools today are either automated or gamified, but none combines both. Our advantages are that we have an engagement mode, data learning over time, and integration with SIEM systems. And this targets a multi-billion-dollar security plus a training market. So CyberSaviour transforms security operations from a reactive, exhausting task into an engaging intelligence system where every action matters, every decision is rewarded, and every analyst performs better. Thank you.